Why is there a guitar going on right now?
Yes!
Full clutch finish!
I'm gonna get him. I got him.
Got him.
Kill me. Wait.
You ready?
Now kill me.
Is he still at 1? Yes!
Yeah! Okay, I got a kill.
I killed 1. Okay, so welcome to episode 2 of Up UHC. It's going to basically be it's going to be the same kind of clip on repeat, because what happened was during this episode I figured out that I couldn't do what I was doing and play the game at the same time, so I logged out about 3 or so minutes in, and the episode finished while I was logged out. So yes, I do survive to episode 3, and it will be quite short, put it that way. But you know, I'm gonna, if you want, you can listen to me answer some random questions from the internet, or you can go and watch someone else's perspective. It's entirely up to you. So I've got 250 quality conversation starters, and I'm going to try and get through them all in 20 minutes. Some of them I will avoid. What was the last funny video you saw? Ooh, what was the last funny video I saw? Let me have a look at my YouTube history for a minute, just so I can gauge what videos I've watched recently. It's going to take a wee while to load. Last funny video. I guess I sort of laughed at that. I watched Mike Boyd code a game where it's basically him screaming, trying to break a glass, and I've played the game and it's actually pretty cool. I guess I kind of laughed at that. I wouldn't say it was objectively funny. I found it quite amusing. How do you get rid of stress? Play video games. What is something that you're obsessed with? Minecraft. What 3 words best describe you? Ultra hardcore veteran. No, no, forget that. What 3 words best describe me? Quiet, thoughtful, loyal. Yeah, we'll go with that. What would be your perfect weekend? Alright, outside of gaming, my perfect weekend would be waking up in a youth hostel on the west coast of Scotland, a nice hill walk, then maybe a picnic, then another nice hill walk, and then to finish off, haggis, neeps and tatties, and then the next day something similar. What's your favourite number and why? My favourite number is 2014, because that was the year St Johnstone won the Scottish Cup. What are you going to do this weekend? Play UHC probably. What's the most useful thing you own? The most useful. What do I use that's useful? A bed, I guess, because you need quality sleep. What's your favourite way to waste time? Oh man, watching random videos of things that I'm only remotely interested in. An example being, sometimes I watch documentaries on modern history when I have very little interest in modern history. And by modern history I mean like 20th century history. Do you have any pets? What are their names? No, I don't have pets. If I had to, actually no, I've already answered that one. Where did you go last weekend? What did you do last weekend? I didn't play as much UHC as I probably will this weekend. What is something popular that annoys you? Something popular. It's very, very, very difficult to, annoy me to the point where I'm going to be vocal about it. What's something popular? I guess the cancel culture of Twitter, that's pretty annoying. And it's pretty popular, or so I've heard. What was your last vacation? By vacation, I think they mean holiday, and I guess I went to America. That was a pretty good holiday. When was the last time you worked incredibly hard? Probably many years ago when I finished my dissertation. Are you very active, or do you just prefer to relax in your free time? I wish I could be active, but at this point in time I can't go outside, so there you go. Well, I could go out for exercise, but I've chosen not to. What do you do when you hang out with your friend? I don't have friends. No, I'm kidding. Play UHC or video games. Who's your oldest friend and where did you meet them? Let's move on from that one. Quite personal. What's the best and worst thing about your... Okay, no, we're not doing that one. If you had intro music, what song would it be and why? Drowby Sandstorm. And why? Because why not? No, in all seriousness, probably something like Scotland the Brave or something like that, just because, well, King of Scotland, you know. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it would be a Scottish-themed one, probably. What were you really into when you were a kid? Going on holiday, I quite enjoyed that. If you could have any animal as a pet, what animal would you choose? An aardvark. Have you ever saved an animal's life? How about a person's life? No and no. Yeah, no. I'm going to say no. If you opened a business, what kind of business would it be? What would my dream business be? Probably... Ooh... Not sure. See, if it was something that actually helped people and wasn't focused around making money, why open a business? Why not just make a charity and do it in your spare time? So, if we're making a business, the whole point is to extract money from the population. Therefore, it would have to be dishonest. And a dishonest man, you can always trust to be dishonest. Honestly, it's the honest ones you want to watch out for. Other than that, probably just a business selling matchsticks, because everyone needs matchsticks to light all their candles these days. Who's your favourite entertainer, comedian, musician, actor, etc.? Favourite entertainer would be probably a YouTuber. I'd have to say Etho. But I've grown to like other YouTubers. I'm going to give a shout out to Dr. Benji, Football Manager YouTuber. He is positively an amazing entertainer. Are you a very, very organised person? No. Have you ever given a presentation in front of a large group of people? Yes. How did it go? I mean, many, many times. And how did it go? Varying degrees of success and things like that. What is the strangest dream you've ever had? One dream I had when I was a kid, a lot, was it was like half people, half crocodiles. That was pretty weird. My head was weird when I was a kid. Anyway, I was going to say still is, but let's move on. What is a controversial opinion you have? My controversial opinion is that the UHC community is making a big mistake by staying in 1.8. There you go, I've said it. Who in your life brings you the most joy? That's quite personal. Let's move on. Who had the biggest impact on the person you've become? Let's move on from that one as well. What is the most annoying habit someone can have? I've never been a fan of when people crack their fingers and that. But at the end of the day, I've probably got some annoying habits that would annoy other people. So there you go. Where's the most beautiful place you've been? Probably Glenderry. I'm trying to think. What other cool places? Grand Canyon. That was nice. Colorado. The mountains in Colorado are nice. If I had to say one, Glenderry outright, but I've been to a lot of other places that have been really nice. Where do you spend most of your free time / day? At my computer, I guess. Who's your... No, we can't do that one. How often do you stay up past 3 AM? I mean, if you asked me this a month ago, I'd probably say every night. Actually, no. Before I went to America, I would have said every night. But these days, very, very rarely. Like maybe once in a while. Right. We're almost halfway through and we've only done 36 questions. How often do you stay up past 3 AM? I've done that one. What is your favourite season and why? Spring, because it means summer is coming. Which is more important, having a great car or a great house? I mean, I can't drive, so it would have to be a great house. What animal or insect do you wish humans could eradicate? I mean, I'm sure there's a purpose to them, but I've not been a fan of midges, so probably midges. What animal... Oh no, I've already done that one. Where is the most beautiful place near where you live. I mean, I don't really live near Glenderry, but it's in the same country, so I'd probably say that. What do you bring with you everywhere you go? Shoes. Like, not spare shoes, just shoes on my feet, you know. How much time do you spend on the internet? What do you usually do? I guess YouTube. Yeah, mainly YouTube, I guess. And how much time do I spend on the internet? Too much. What is the most disgusting habits? That's such a stupid question. Moving on. Where and when was the most amazing sunset you've ever seen? Ooh, that's a good one. Amazing sunset. Oh, man. I mean, there was one I filmed in Portugal. It's up on my channel somewhere. That was a nice sunset. There was a really, really good one I saw in Italy. Over the Mediterranean. You know, you tend to get better sunsets the further north you go because they seem to last longer, certainly in summer. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'll probably say one of those two. The one in Portugal over the Atlantic or the one in Italy over the Med. Which recent news story is most interesting? Don't tend to read the news an awful lot. I'm sure there has been one. I just can't think of one off the top of my head. Where's the worst place you've been stuck for a long time? Worst place I've been stuck for a long time. Let me think. See, a long time. How long is a long time? An hour? A day? A week? I mean, in theory, depending on... Because obviously at the moment I'm stuck inside and that. It could have been a lot worse if I'd been in America right now, because I'd definitely be stuck in America. Now, I'm not saying America's a bad place to be stuck. I'm just saying, ideally, it's not the sort of place I want to be stuck. So things could have been quite different. I don't really know. Yeah, I can't say I've really been stuck anywhere for a long period of time. I guess in a hospital. But, yeah, I guess, yeah, a hospital, 100%. If you had to change your name, what would your name be? Tyrone. Right. What is something that really annoys you but doesn't bother most people? Moving on. What word or saying from the past do you think should come back? That's a good one. What word or saying from the past should come back? Howdy. No, I've no idea. Let's move on. That was terrible answer. How should success be measured? And by that measurement, who's the most successful person you know? That's a good one, because that's quite objective, quite arbitrary. How do you measure success? Do you measure success in figures and money made and amount of people impacted and amount of people helped, and in terms of who's been the most content? But then how do you measure that? It's, yeah. I'm not sure. We're not going to do that one. Was there ever an event in your life that defied explanation? Many. If you could learn the answer to one question about your future, what would the question be? Nah. My answer to that would be no. I've not saved anyone's life. What benefit do you bring to the group when you hang out with friends? I mean, I'd like to say loyalty, but at the end of the day, what is loyalty? How often do you curse? And what's your go-to string of curse words? I mean, I don't really curse, but it's pretty obvious if you watch any of my videos that I've got a set of words that, you know, are obviously in place of curse words. Although even then, I try not to use those. What's my go-to? I don't really have a go-to. What trends did you follow when you were younger? I mean, when I was younger, I collected SPL stickers. Most of the kids at school did. They were banned, but we still, you know, traded them. Yeah, I'd probably say that was a trend I followed. What is your fear? What do you fear is hiding in the dark? The unknown. Everyone fears the unknown. Well, not everyone, but you know what I mean. A lot of people do. It's a common fear. What is the best period of your life so far? What do you think will be the best period of your entire life? I'm not sure. It's all about perspective, because that's the thing. I always look back and I think, oh, those days were good. Like, for example, people in the UHC community, they'll look back and think, oh, 2012 was the best time, 2014, all that sort of stuff. But if, realistically, in this day and age, I'm playing, RRs every weekend. I've got a large group of contacts of people who enjoy the same thing as I do. We're in an age where we're playing a version that's outdated by 6 years. There's a lot of that comes from the game, and generally it's a pretty enjoyable time. So, okay, 2014 might have been better in many ways, but I'm pretty happy right now. In terms of the context of UHC, I know that's not the question, but the point I'm trying to make is, if we focus on the here and now, we could often get a different sort of perspective, that this era is something we'll look back on and think, wow, that was quality. But that's just my thoughts. In terms of my life, probably the period shortly before I went to university was probably and just after I went to university was probably the high point at the moment. What do you do to improve your mood when you're in a bad mood? I just try to find something I'm thankful for. Try to see the positives in life at that moment, because at the end of the day, a bad mood it's energy draining. It's obviously soul destroying. It can be, and so the aim of that kind of method is to try and turn it around and think, right, okay, so I'm in a bad mood because of X, Y, or Z. What's good? Think of something that's good. Think of something to be thankful for. That sort of a thing. What's the silliest fear you have? Silliest fear is that I'm going to get backstabbed by Scott Perry in real life. What are some things you want to accomplish before you die? I want to upload 1 million videos to YouTube. What is the best... No, we're not doing that. Who is... No, we're not doing that one. Where's the best place to take a date? Well, in the UK it's Nando's, because when you go to Nando's, you get a flag that tells you how hot the burger is. And what you do is you order the mildest burger, but get them to put the hottest flag in. And so when you scoff it with no problem whatsoever, it makes you look real tough. Just me? By the way, that's not me. I heard that from a comedian, so I don't think that's my idea. What smells bring back great memories? My sense of smell's not actually that great, to be honest, so moving on. And actually once lived with a guy that didn't have a sense of smell. What's the best pet name you can come up with for a specific type of pet? No, I don't like that question. How often do you help others? Who do you help? How do you help? I mean, there's quite a lot there, quite a lot to unpack, and it's the wrong time to ask it because we're all stuck indoors, and helping others is limited to supporting fellow creators, charity live streams, that sort of a thing. So I guess it would be one or two of those. What are you best at? Out of everything in the world that I do, what is the one thing that I'm best at? Probably public speaking. What makes you nervous? Public speaking. Who is the funniest person you've met? Oh, that's a good one. Tommy SX. What weird or useless talent do you have? I can do an impersonation of a helicopter. What are... Okay, no, we're not doing that one. Who would the worst person to be stuck in an elevator with? How about the best person to be... Right, worst person would be... how would the worst person be? I'm not sure. Let's move on. I know that's a good question, but I just don't have a good answer. Also, we're almost at the end of the episode. I think I'll continue these questions next time, actually. I wasn't going to do that, but I probably will. What was the best birthday wish or gift you've ever received? Birthday wish? What the heck? Alright, we're moving on to another section that's TV conversation starters. I can just basically skip over all that because I don't watch TV. Movie starters? Nah, stuff that. Nobody likes movies. I mean, no, everyone likes movies, but I don't. Book conversation starters. Here we go. Right. What was the last book you read? I read one about recently about the history of Germany, but I was reading all about the early history in Germany. What was your favourite book as a child? Lord of the Rings, I guess. Still is to some extent. Do you prefer physical books or ebooks? Physical books, 100%. What's the longest book you've read? I don't remember if I read Harry Potter 5 or if I had it read to me. Yeah, probably Harry Potter 5 if I ever read that. What book genres do you read? Well, mainly history now, but history, fantasy, that sort of thing. Sci-fi to an extent. How fast do you read? Very, very slow and very inconsistent. Also, it's time for the end of the episode, so thank you very much for watching. Questions will continue in the next episode, I guess.